Hey everybody, I want to take a moment today to respond to some criticism I received on one of my videos. I made a video the other day where I said, Alec Baldwin is a murderer. Wasn't intentional, but I still think he should pay the price for what he did, his negligence. And a lot of people jumped all over me. A lot of people that are kind of left of center watch my channel because they know I'm kind of left of center. But sometimes I disagree with them. That happens when you're someone who thinks for yourself. And in this case, I disagree with them about Alec Baldwin. And just like the far right, far left is not really good at accepting contrary opinions. So they piled on me. And they said, you're being a hypocrite and you're just piling on him because you don't like Alec Baldwin and you don't like his politics and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's absolutely not true. I like Alec Baldwin. Beetlejuice was great. 30 Rock was hysterical. I actually like his work. I don't even really care about his political opinions. I don't have to agree with everybody's political opinions to like him. I watch Jim Cornette. He's one of my favorite personalities on the internet. He's amazing about what he knows about wrestling, etc. But his political opinions, I agree with some. His stance on guns, I don't agree with those. I don't have to agree with everything he says. I can accept that we have differences. Same thing with Alec Baldwin. I don't mind what his politics are. I agree with him on a lot of things. Probably half of the stuff. That's the problem about being in the middle. You never agree with anyone wholly. You kind of agree with one side or the other half the time. Maybe not quite half, but you know what I'm talking about. So I don't dislike Alec Baldwin. I just think that he made a mistake and he should be held accountable for it. If you can't see that, well then let's kind of create a scenario here. I know a lot of people are like, but he's an actor and that gun should have been safe and blah, blah, blah. I said in that video, as far as I'm concerned, the person whose hand the gun is in, that's the last person responsible for what happens. He pointed the gun at someone that he shouldn't have pointed it at, pulled the trigger, they're dead. He should face some consequences for that. And to show you what I mean by that, let's think of this. Let's create this scenario. All of you guys that are left of center, that are defending Alec Baldwin, let's create a little scenario here, a little role play. Let's say Donald Trump decided during a rally he was going to do a little skit where someone dressed as Hillary Clinton or, Joe Biden or whatever comes out and goes, meh, 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 and he goes, pulls out a gun, shoots them. And they go, oh, and then people run out and pull them off stage and everybody cheers. People would love that probably. I think it would be irresponsible and stupid, but people would probably love it. But here, let's say this. Okay, he's going to do this. He's hired a prop guy. He hired someone that supplied the gun and the fake ammo. He hired someone to play the character of Hillary or whoever. And, they come up to him. They say, okay, here's the pistol. They're going to come out, in stage right. You're going to turn, count to 2, draw, fire. They're going to fall down. They've got a fake pack in their chest. They're wearing a bulletproof vest with a fake pack. It's going to blow, just for safety. And it's going to look like they've been shot and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's going to sing, the witch is dead, and you're going to dance around and everyone's going to clap for you. Let's say they've got it all set up. But someone brings him out the gun. The actor walks on stage, he pulls the gun and shoots it. There's a real bullet in it. And he kills the actor. People be screaming for Donald Trump's head. The same people that are saying Alec Baldwin is innocent would be like, that was so dangerous and that was so this and that was so that. Well, same situation, circumstances existed. He hired professionals. If he hired bad ones, well, that's the same thing Alec Baldwin did. If he didn't hire proper people, so that'd be on him. And you'd be calling for his head just for that. But let's take it a step further. Let's say they say, okay, the Hillary impersonator is going to come on stage right. You're going to count to 2, draw the gun and fire. But before that even happens, he's practicing, he's out on stage and he wants to practice and he pulls the gun out, points it at a cameraman or a CNN reporter and pulls the trigger, shoots and kills him. Do you think you would accept, well, that was a prop gun. It was supposed to have blanks, and these people are responsible for making sure of that. Do you think you would have given him a break? Or do you think you would have said, it was in your hands, you pointed at someone you shouldn't have even pointed it at, and pulled the trigger, which you shouldn't have done, because that person on the other end of the gun wasn't someone who was prepared. They weren't taking extra safety measures, etc. You made a mistake. people would call for his head. And if you would call for his head in that situation, you have to call for Baldwin's head because it's the same situation. He's the producer of the movie. He hired the people that are supposed to make sure things are safe. He was the last person whose hands the gun was in. He was the one that pointed at someone and pulled the trigger. He's also the one that chose to point it at someone who's not even involved in the filming, in the process. They're not an actor. They're not on stage. They're not on camera. He chose to point it at them, and then he pulled the trigger. It would be the same circumstance. So sit back, be reasonable, and think to yourself, if I would hold Trump, would I hold Trump accountable in that situation? Which, be honest with yourself, you would. Do I need to hold Baldwin accountable now? Yes, you do. If you don't want to be a hypocrite. Because that's the thing. You can say, man, I really like him. I don't think he's 100% to blame, but he did do something wrong and he should face some consequences. Because here's the reality. Just because a TV show you were on was really funny, that's not an excuse for getting away with murder.